À Utica, on est en compagnie du promoteur et celui qui loue le circuit ici à Utica, Brett Deyo, qui est en train de faire tout un travail dans le monde du sport motorisé aux États-Unis. Brett, thanks for your time. I know that it's a pretty busy night for you. It's opening night here in Utica, but you have the weather behind you. It's a little cold, but it's going to be a nice evening of racing.
Yeah, opening night's always, chaos, trying to get ready, and this is our second one here. So we did a lot of improvements over the off season and just continuing to make the place better. And I'm excited for everyone to see our LED lights tonight. That was a big project over the winter, throughout the winter to do the entire speedway over, and just getting the bugs out and getting ready for our first one. It's probably our fifth opener as far as all our different things between Fonda, Georgetown, the series, our Cajun region. But opening night always has the jitters a little bit on my side to make sure everything works.
Do you consider yourself the most busy man in racing right now?
I definitely keep busy, yeah. I mean, it's been wild. We started out in Florida, then South Carolina. We had some events down in the Cajun area with Texas and stuff. I was down in Texas in March, and getting our tracks open in Georgetown and Fonda and here. And yeah, we've been going pretty steady, but that's what you need to do is just to create the brand and keep building the brand. From Maryland, Delaware, all the way up here, and now we're starting to see some more of your folks coming down, from Quebec and Ontario. So it's awesome to see that. Getting that now that you're allowed across the border, getting you guys down here to race.
Finally.
Yes, finally. I'm so glad to see it open.
Yeah, it's really fun to see that you guys are trying to improve modified racing everywhere in different states, going south, Louisiana. I mean, this was not a territory that we thought that they were actually racing there. But guys have been, it's a good territory. You want to improve the sport, and maybe someday down the road, I don't know when, but you guys need to come in Canada.
Yeah, we would love to. I mean, that's definitely on the agenda. I know we've had a couple opportunities the last year or so, but with the border and everything, all the restrictions, it was tough. Once we get through this tire deal and get everybody back making tires and, able to expand our schedule a little bit, Canada is definitely on the bucket list for us. We definitely want to get up there. It's fun. I've gone up, several times and enjoyed it, and now I'd like to be part of it with our series. So, yeah, and down south, having more than 20 cars now in Texas on a Saturday night, it's pretty crazy. When a year ago it was 3. It's really unbelievable. And people love our race cars. Modifieds are a cool class. They're not around everywhere yet, but people love these cars, and they're starting to take to them outside the Northeast in Canada, which is really cool.
So you guys are scheduling a lot of dates this year, but you can't catch a break with the pandemic. Now it's the tire supplies that has been a big worry for everyone. I talked to a couple of drivers, and they are really worried about how things will go the next season. I mean, we're only in April. There's a lot of stuff to go on with tire supplies. How do you see that kind of situation evolving?
Luckily for us, American Racer finally got the nylon they need, which is what was lacking to build them, but it's a long way to catch up. We haven't gotten a tire in over 3 weeks. We're starting here tonight with none. We have no tire truck. We ran in Delaware on Tuesday or Wednesday after we rained out with no tires. Fonda, we're selling 1 per car per night. I think once we get them back in stock, we're going to have to be very careful, work with the owners and drivers as tire distributors and make sure that we ration them. And everybody's going to have to make smart choices because it's just the beginning of our season. And as a racetrack or a series, we're already a seasonal business. We can't not race. So.
Well, and you want every driver to be at least at the same level to compete. I mean, everyone needs to have tires to go racing.
Yeah, and the last thing we want to do is have somebody at an advantage or somebody with 20 tires and somebody else with none. So the way we've been doing it at Fonda works pretty well. With you sign in, you get a voucher, take the voucher to the tire truck. That way we know everybody's on the same page. But it's a tough thing. I actually think it's harder than COVID. When we had COVID, everybody had race cars ready to go. We just had to find states that allowed us to run. Right. Now we've got everybody right here. We can open, and there's no possibilities, for tires. So it's a challenge for everybody.
Do you still have some place to improve your series? I mean, there's the Elite Series with a lot of money now on the line for drivers that want to make the series. There's a lot of stuff going on, but how do you foresee your stuff going on the next couple of years, 5-10 years down the line?
I think the Elite Series was a big step, putting the modifieds on the same level with the late models and the 410s, with the payouts, continuing to get into new territories. We're excited about going to Vermont this year with Devil's Bowl. That's what we need to work on, is just, getting the best tracks, getting a variety of different areas so a lot of different fans can get familiar with our drivers and our brand. And I think, obviously, social media and video, that's what we need to be doing. We've been working hard. We have a full-time person on our social media, working with Flow Racing to get our brand out across the country. And you got to stay on, instead of resisting it, you got to embrace it and try and take those likes and those views and put them in the grandstand. That's a big thing for all of us.
So now Flow Racing is going to be broadcasted in French at Autodrome Granby. So how about that? Would you believe that something like this would happen? Now we're going to go worldwide and do our stuff in French. This is going to be fine.
Yeah, I took 5 years of French, but I couldn't keep up with you when you started. It's been a while, getting older. But yeah, I think that's great. I think it's awesome. And Flo's done a great job of showing everybody all different kinds of racing. I mean, last week I sat and watched Bowman Gray. You know, I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for Flo. And I've had so many people, you know, from Maine and Wisconsin and all over the place, you know, emailing or reaching out to us and saying they watched our racing. So it's a great thing.
So people who were worrying that people would stay at home and watch racing without filling the stands, I think this is not the right way to go. The people will continue supporting racing, but they have the chance to see everything they want now. I think it's the ideal place that we are now, and it's a turning point in the sport.
Yeah, I think, you know, does it hurt you on a day like today when it's really cold? Maybe.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, when you have a nice day and they've seen your track on Flow, they're going to come out and give it a try. So, you know, it helps you and it hurts you. You know, obviously the bad weather days are tough no matter what. So if you can show your brand to new people and get it out there, I think you're doing something good.
Brett, thanks for your time. It's been fun to meet you, and hopefully we'll see you down the line. And I think that we'll get a big surprise when you will finally make the move in race in Canada. I think us guys are really excited, and people love racing up there.
Thank you. I'm going to practice my French. I'll get better.
Brett Deyo, le promoteur ici à Utica Rome Speedway, et également de la Short Track Super Series.